You came for battle, just expect to bleed. Oh, I'm a born survivor. Don't count me out, cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger.
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. It's what you've been waiting for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin, we know here in Atlanta, Mike Budenholzer has assumed the dual role of coach and GM of the Atlanta Hawks. It's a tough task, but he can draw on the experience in San Antonio. Now, Greg Popovich has a similar role. Like Pop, Coach Bud makes sure to listen to his differing opinions and empower the staff. Kevin?
He's done a terrific job, Dave. Thank you. Both these teams with great front court play here. What was the most intimidating front court you ever faced off against?
Well, I might not go by names, but I might give you just some of the characteristics of tough front courts, Kevin. And any time that you have guys willing to sacrifice their bodies as 3, 4, or 5 men to set screens to open up their perimeter players, you're in for a long night. And ice bags.
Right, a black and blue. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Winslow and Bosh at the forward spots. Dion Waiters is out there with Dragic, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's just admirable work by Bosh. A big-time rejection.
No good from Dragic.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim, but some stellar defense there stopped that from happening.
Schroeder kicks it to Bazemore. Hawks passing it around. Feeds to Millsap. Millsap a screen. Just 5 to shoot. The jump hook. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And it's the Heat with the ball. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Bosh a screen on Millsap. Dragic kicks to Bosh. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's a super play by Dragic, threading the needle perfectly off the screen.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Back to Schroeder. They set the pick. In the corner, Winslow with it. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And so it's Atlanta with it. It's a 3-point game. Korver kicks it over to Schroeder. Hands it from downtown. Schroeder's got his first 3 points of the game.
And right there, Dennis Schroeder shows some confidence by nailing the jumper.
Dragic with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Outside Dragic. Pass to Bosh. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Schroeder dishes to Korver. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Passes to Bazemore. On the wing, Korver. Screen by Howard. Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Bosh.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
And the play was executed exactly as you draw it up until the very end. He's kicking himself.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now, here's Schroeder. The dish to Howard. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Lets it go from the wing. And another basket for Miami.
Some people feel Waiters takes too many contested jumpers, and that lowers his field goal percentage, but he nails that one.
Waiters against Korver. Kicks to Schroeder. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Bazemore. Not a lot of room. And here's Miami. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Millsap. And the 3 ball is good. Millsap's got 5 points so far.
Good looking 3 ball from Millsap there. You got to defend him when he's out there.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. And it's good for 2.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Korver against Waiters. Korver passes to Howard. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive by Atlanta. Second chance shot. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. In the corner, Winslow with it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver.
Well, even in Winslow's short stint at Duke University, you could tell he was a winner. He helped lead that team to a collegiate title and showed up with huge games with everything on the line.
Waiters dishes to Bosch. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You can't fault him for taking the open look, guys. Just didn't go in for him. But, you know, he'll look to shoot that one again.
Korver with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Dishes to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Howard setting the pick for Schroeder. Shot off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. He has 5. Brent, as you said, Winslow Jesus is winning and has found success at every level, starting all the way in his high school days in Houston.
Well, sometimes people get caught up in the players' numbers. Winslow really doesn't show any discernible skill that makes him stand out, but his smarts and his acumen certainly stand out. That's why he attended Duke.
There's Winslow following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Waiters, and he banks in the layup. Waiters got 8 points.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Korver kicks to Howard. There's the screen. He dishes it to Bazemore. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And that'll tie this game up.
That's just tremendous focus and concentration by Bazemore, getting the ball off the pass and releasing it quickly before the D is even set.
And the game is constantly evolving, Brent. Most of the time, it's the players who push that change.
Well, I think what the players see is all the possibilities in front of you, Kevin. When you watch a LeBron James, or for 20 years you watch a Kobe Bryant, and all the things that are offered up to him both on and off the floor because of his incredible diligence, work ethic, practice, mentality, the guys want that. They want a piece of that, if not all of that, and so they're pushing the limits of the game.
What about the three-point shooting of Steph Curry? People talking now the kids are just shooting long shots all the time, that he started this whole mindset of that being the ticket.
I think it'll be interesting over the course of the next 5 or 6 years to see how it is that the younger players who are coming up explore the three-point line. The one caveat that I will say, Kevin, is with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they had a very unique upbringing, both of them being sons of former players. That's not something that all these kids have readily available to them. They're not in that environment. That nature versus nurture argument will be interesting with regards to shooting.
Excellent point. He'd have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Here is Whiteside. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. the pass to Dragic. 6 to shoot. There's Winslow, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a look here at the 10th overall pick from the 2015 draft in Justice Winslow out of Duke. Slipped a bit on draft day, which came as a surprise to some, Brent.
Well, if you remember, Kevin, during that draft, the Boston Celtics tried to trade several picks to move up and get Winslow, but the general manager of the Miami Heat said not so fast. We'll take him here. And when you watch him play, it's clear that he has an incredible impact on the floor defensively. A lot of teams have passed up on him already kicking themselves.
And he can't get the first one.
And so much more responsibility for Hawks head coach Mike Budenholzer, named the team president in the summer of 2015. But I'll tell you what, he's been well prepared. 18 years in San Antonio, actually played for Coach Popovich during those days where he was an athlete. He'll tell you he still is one, but he's doing a terrific job.
He doesn't get the second one. When you think of the temperament of Mike Budenholzer, comparing him to, say, Greg Popovich, who was an assistant coach under for well over a decade, Brent, how would you compare the two of them?
They're very charismatic. They're the kind of coaches that as players, once you get some time with them, get a chance to know them, that what they're trying to do is just get the best out of you. That's something that both of them share.
And here's Winslow. After Kyle Korver hitting the 3, out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Yeah, not a highlight reel play there. He needs to be aware of where he is on the court at all times.
Splitters checked in for Atlanta. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And then for Miami, Josh Richardson's checked in for Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Millsap a screen. Korver passes to Splitter. Back to Korver. Bosch grabs the miss.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
And again, it's the Heat missing. The shot's good.
As soon as Whiteside leaps for that offensive rebound, you just know he's going to finish off that play.
Schroeder kicks to Korver. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Johnson outside. He kicks it to Bosch. Shoots from 14. Atlanta with the rebound.
And really no excuse for him missing that one, guys. He has to knock that shot down.
Here's Schroeder. No good that time. And it's Miami the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Prince is checked in for Paul Millsap. The Heat also changing it up. Johnson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Williams in for Winslow. Now here's Richardson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Clock at 6. Expanding his range. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Doubled by Bosch. Here's Prince. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Yeah, fans are getting their money's worth already. If you like high-scoring affairs, you're in the right place.
Now here is Cephalosha. Schroeder off target from outside.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
Johnson dishes to Williams. Johnson, the pass to Williams. And Richardson now atop the key. Offline with his 3. Atlanta leading by 6. And here's Splitter. They set the pick. Cephalosha up top. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Tries again. Cephalosha's shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
Williams with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Releases from 15. No good from Bosch.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting.
Korver against Richardson. Korver kicks it over to Schroeder. The lead pushed to double digits.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Yeah, it looks like the makings of a blowout here, but their task now is to maintain this level of effectiveness and not get sloppy.
Atlanta making a switch here. Scott's checked in. And you see that blonde streak for Dennis Schroeder? His mother used to run a hair salon. She wanted Dennis to dye his hair blonde. Instead, he did just that spot.
Well, it's become a bit of his trademark, Kevin, and during the 15-16 NBA season, even had his number 17 emblazoned in gold back there. So it's not the only thing right now that's setting him apart. There aren't many German players in the NBA. Of course, we think of Dirk Nowitzki first, but Schroeder coming along nicely.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Chris Bosh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, Mike Scott's coming along at a great time in the NBA as a guy who is a spread 4. He spaces the floor and can knock down triples. That's something in his arsenal.
That's good from Scott. And you look at Mike Scott. He played at Virginia, a second-rounder back in 2012.
And pretty quickly establishing himself as a good rotation player in Atlanta. Not a great rebounder or a defender, but there's always a place for shooting, especially if you're a big in the NBA.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Heat trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the middle. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And you can't see Chris Bosh and not think of the season he was forced to miss out due to his blood clot. Glad to see him not only back on the floor, but making a full recovery from the issue.
And if by full recovery, Kevin, you mean participating in the All-Star game that very next year, that's some impressive stuff from Chris Bosh. You could see in the early part of the season how much passion he was playing with and how much fun it was for him to be back on the NBA floor.
Now here's Johnson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. From 12 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Johnson. Williams kicks to Johnson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Muscala, he's checked in for Atlanta. Heat also with a sub. Ellington's checked in. And Johnson, no good on that one. And after a divided ownership group sold the Hawks in 2015 for over $850 million, Brent, things are changing in Atlanta.
Yeah, both front office and ownership changes, and you really have to point at Mike Budenholzer as the head coach, doing some dynamic things in his first couple seasons as a head coach in the league. The team's doing great things on the court, and with that new regime, there are plenty of players out there who think of Atlanta as a destination city.
Schroeder against Johnson. Schroeder passes to Cephalosha. Takes a 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. You know, on the court, it's my sanctuary. You know, I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
No kidding. Found that range. Now they can't stop pulling the trigger.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bazemore pair up at the point and off guard spots. Mike Scott out there with Muscala, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Hard to believe that Hassan Whiteside wasn't even in the NBA a few seasons ago, Brent. Took some time off, but what a find he has been since coming back into the league.
Well, it's been nice to see him re-engage and maybe turn around his attitude and work ethic and maybe wanting this at his size. You have to give credit to Whiteside for not giving up on himself and putting some of that work in to become the player he is right now.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the 3 by Atlanta. Ellington kicks to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
At 7 feet tall, Whiteside is always a threat for the high percentage dunk.
Outside, Scott from 18 feet away, and it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside, Dragic. He feeds it to Williams. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Williams has got it all tied up now for Miami. The feed to Scott. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Schroeder dishes to Prince. Back to Schroeder. Down low, here's Scott. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And the Hawks lead by 2.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. You take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. And very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, DA, that's what it's all about. Thank you. Now, here's Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. Pulls it up. Williams with the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Atlanta making some changes. Howard comes in for Scott, and it's Korver in for Prince. Waiters, he's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Wayne Ellington. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Miami no good on that time either. Atlanta's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. They get a hand on it. Here's Muscala, covered by Winslow. Count it. And it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Great job of rising up and drilling that shot over the defense. Big size advantage from mid-range.
Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Outside, Dragic. Shot clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. Dragic has got his first basket.
Terrific patience around the paint area from Dragic there. Calmly knocks one down from the interior.
There's the pick. Korver gets a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Richardson kicks to Winslow. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Winslow's got 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Howard, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jumper for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, a good first quarter, good second. This could be a big night.
And Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Now here's Winslow. 5 points in the game. That one good for 2. And so it's Atlanta with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Korver feeds it to Schroeder. Pass to Bazemore. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
That puts them in the lead. And that's now 10 points for Dion Waiters.
Well, some of Waiters' most efficient numbers come when he's in catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Korver kicks it over to Schroeder. Here's the screen. Bazemore for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 9th assist in the game now. Passes it to Richardson. Dragic against Schroeder from the line, and that one goes long.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Outside Dragic. Here's the dish to Waiters. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Howard. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field.
Well, you look at head coach Erik Spoelstra, the first word that comes to mind is meticulous. He started at the bottom. Now he's here. He used to fetch laundry and walk the coach's dogs. Not doing that anymore. Now one of the most respected coaches in the league. To see how far he's come from the film room to the hardwood, you just have to credit remarkable work ethic.
The Hawks leading by 4. Now Schroeder, 12 points for him. Out left to the wing. A 3 ball. Muscala misses. And you remember when Erik Spoelstra was the young, unproven coach directing the Big 3, and Brent, believe it or not, he's now the longest tenured coach in the Eastern Conference.
You know, the amazing thing, Kevin, he's still got a good full head of hair. Still that jet black hair. When is that going to turn gray? I guess if you win some championships and you have that kind of success, it's not going anywhere. And neither is Erik Spoelstra.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Korver. Korver's got his 4th assist in this one. Dragic the pass to Richardson. Kicks to Winslow. And the layup's good off the glass.
Timeout, timeout.
Winslow's got 9 points.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And the Heat making some trades last season to get underneath that luxury tax threshold. They reset the clock on the dreaded repeater tax, which absolutely hammers teams for being over the tax for consecutive years.
Atlanta making some changes. Splitters checked in for Howard. Millsap comes in for Muscala. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Kent Bazemore. The Heat also changing it up. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Justice Winslow, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Atlanta leading by 4. And Brent, as you look at how the Heat have moved to get under the cap, and even with the tax ramifications, they brought in Joe Johnson, it's become a big consideration for teams.
Well, there's no doubt that the penalty with regards to the tax doubling up and sometimes tripling up what it is that franchises will pay for going over that luxury threshold is affecting the decision-making of the general managers around the league. But this huge boost in salary cap space, Kevin, that's going to raise some eyebrows as well.
Now here's Johnson. They set the pick. Here's Bosh. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And 12 points for Chris Bosh.
And that's just sweet string music from Chris Bosh.
Sefolosha kicks to Millsap. Outside Korver. Pass to Schroeder. Millsap a screen on Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Now here's Schroeder. 12 points for him. To the left side wing. Millsap a screen. Atlanta again missing.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
Here's Bosh. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bosh has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And without his sharp shooting, who knows where they'd be right now.
Sefolosha kicks to Millsap. They set the pick. And it's Sefolosha top the key. Millsap dishes to Schroeder. And they get it. Miami grabs the miss.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Raiders on the wing. Back to Johnson. Dishes to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Bosh. And the dunk by Bosh.
Now Bosh really in a great rhythm in this one. He is shooting the ball at such an efficient rate.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now the pass to Schroeder. Now here is Sefolosha. He's guarded by Waiters. There's Schroeder. Misses the 3.
And so far, he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
The Hawks trail by 4. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Inside, here's Splitter. Here's Millsap. Johnson with the block. Korver against Richardson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. A second chance effort, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Prince is checked in for Atlanta. And then for Miami, Derek Williams, he checked in for Waiters. And Ellington is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And that one falls for Johnson.
You just can't help but think of what Miami was able to accomplish with the big 3. 4 straight NBA Finals appearances. That hadn't happened in the NBA for almost 30 years.
Now here's Schroeder. 12 points for him. Millsap. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Millsap's got 7 points.
Millsap's mid-range J is getting more and more consistent. When he elevates for those shots, you expect most of those to go.
Outside Williams. Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
And here's Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. And here's Prince outside. That shot is off. That'll do it for the first half. Heat lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Chris Bosh. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
And we welcome you back with a look at Phillips Arena, such a terrific location here in the heart of downtown Atlanta. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. A lot of length up front with Bosh and Whiteside in the middle. Dragic is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. Howard with the steal. And here's Millsap from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Millsap's got the first field goal, the second half for the Hawks. Winslow with it. Right side a screen. There's Winslow. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A 3. Offensive rebound. Howard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw good, Howard. One of the topics that always seems to come up when players retire is what's next. Brent, you were a 14-year veteran in the league. How big of a change has it been from retirement to when you played, the transition period in between and adapting to it?
Well, I thought about life after basketball for quite some time, and you know, Kevin, from knowing me, that broadcasting was something I was very interested in. So I had the opportunity to talk with a few people after I retired, and I felt like the timing was appropriate and seamless to be able to continue talking about players that I had played with, played against, coaches that I played with, coaches that I played against, and continue to pass along at least some of the knowledge and maybe some of the perspective that I've had throughout the course of 14 long, celebrated years in the game.
Fun years. Any thoughts to coaching?
Yeah, some thoughts to coaching. Eventually, when my boys get a little bit older, I'll coach somebody else's kids. Right now, I'll coach my own.
You'd be terrific.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Shot from 12. Raiders no luck. Corver against Waiters. Outside Corver. Now Schroeder. 12 points for him. Clock at 6. Howard with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Bazemore for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Bosch has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Winslow wide open. He fires. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. That's 12 points for Justice Winslow. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Bazemore for 3. He can't hit that time. And the Heat going the other way now. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after a few years of tinkering with his jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Whitman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, "I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer." Kevin?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that 3, DA. Thank you. Now, here's Bosch, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Bosch dishes to Waiters. And again, Miami with the triple.
It's a thing of beauty when it goes in. Waiters with his own style from deep.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, one thing, Brent, with Dion Waiters is that when he is on, he is red hot. He's one of those players who will get single-digit points for a few weeks, then just explode for 25 or 30 points out of the blue.
Well, that sounds nice, Kevin, but most coaches are seeking consistency, and he's really not had that in the early stages of his career so far. So still trying to figure out his role, but he does bail out his team every now and again with those kind of scoring binges.
Corver kicks it to Bazemore, and Whiteside sends it back.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Schroeder against Dragic. Clock at 6. Fires top of the key. Rebounded by Corver. The Hawks trail by 11. He dishes it to Schroeder. Millsap up top, looking to end the run. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, and I think that's the shot they were scheming to create on that possession. Painful it didn't go down.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Hawks making a switch here. Scott's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Richardson, he's checked in for Waiters. Now, here's Richardson. He kicks to Dragic. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, he's the last guy you want to leave open there, but somehow he didn't knock it down.
It's Scott on the wing. He's covered by Bosch. Good on the triple. Korver's got 12.
Well, I guess the D didn't read the scouting report that you can't let Korver get free from the perimeter.
There's the pick. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, there's no doubt that every offense thinks about Hassan Whiteside and what he can do to you on the defensive end of the floor. He bothers so many shots with his height and his length. His timing to go up and swat shots away is just unprecedented. Nice to have a big man in the league that does things like that on that end of the floor.
And thinking again on Whiteside, Brent, that is what sticks out to me. His ability to time up blocks with his height is something you very rarely see.
Well, the one thing, Kevin, he does so well is the long arms. He keeps them down and then extends them as quick as possible to get to the ball. And I think that offensive players don't realize he's got a chance to get to him. But that's why he's one of the league leaders in block shots.
And so many teams now playing drive and kick offense. Dribble penetration is at a premium. And some players use raw speed. Others just have that feel. What makes, in your opinion, a great slasher?
I think a slasher who really is good at catching the defense off stride, Kevin, is one that just has tremendous timing. A guy that understands his teammate and when it is that his teammate is going to recognize where it is on the floor that he's going to be and when it is that he needs the ball in order to be an effective scorer.
Sometimes without any words, no communication, just a look or just a feel.
Just a quick glance and, you know, they'll do that two-point dance and all of a sudden that possession's over.
Bang. That free throw, no good.
And Dwight Howard, you know, he's lost some explosiveness over the years, but still remains an intimidating presence when he's healthy. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call him a #1 option on the offensive end, but still great in the pick and roll, better than most when it comes to posting, and defensively, when he's moving well, a straight beast.
And he sinks the second. And talking about Howard's defense, he's blocking fewer shots these days, but he remains extremely difficult to score against in the paint.
Yeah, statistically, opponents still struggle to shoot against him. He has the power and instincts to stop most true centers from getting comfortable on the blocks, and his reputation goes a long way toward unnerving opponents.
And here's Bazemore. He's got 6. Outside, Scott. Atlanta again, missing. Miami leading by 8. Richardson the pass to Dragic. There's a screen. He feeds it to Whiteside. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Millsap in the corner. Atlanta again, missing.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Kept alive.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
Clearly a foul.
For Atlanta, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Mike Scott. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Prince is checked in for Paul Millsap. And Miami also making a switch. Ellington's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Atlanta. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Winslow with it. 15 points in the game. Here's Whiteside. Good D by Howard. The Hawks trail by 7. Now Cephalosha inside, shoots. Atlanta again missing.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Atlanta making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Then for the Heat, Williams, he's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Justice Winslow, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic.
You know, around the league, Chris Bosh is thought about as such a versatile big man that still can dominate a game. Rare to have someone be so comfortable from anywhere on the floor with his size. Creating his own shot is very rare at the power forward spot, but expanding to the three-point line has made him devastating offensively.
And with Bosh in his play, he's still one of the best power forwards in the league. Brent, you have to include his name into that conversation.
Well, don't let Eric Spoelstra's secrets out of the bag with what Chris Bosh does for him defensively. That's where he shows so much versatility as a 4 or 5 man, completely mobile out there, and it allows multiple pick and roll coverages.
That was your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders. One more time, give it up.
And Bazemore kicks to Splitter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, and that is Splitter's comfort zone there. He's so gifted in the post and usually finds some ways to capitalize on shots like he did there.
Johnson the screen. Bosh passes to Ellington. Back to Bosh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, hard not to root for a guy like Kent Bazemore, who just keeps working and improving. A breakout season for him in 2015, 2016. Starting most of the games for the Hawks, he showed he could score inside and out.
For Miami, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And you look at Bazemore, great progress on offense. But, you know, Brent, he won that Lefty Driesell Defensive Player of the Year in college basketball.
Yeah, trust me, a lot of coaches pay attention to those kind of awards, knowing that a guy has made it to the league because of their prowess on the defensive end.
And so Bosh nails both of them. The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Bazemore. He has 6. Now here's Splitter, and Bazemore kicks to Scott. The feed to Cephalosha. Just 5 on the clock. Bazemore for 3. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Heat leading by 10. Pass to Ellington. Good ball movement here by Miami. And here is Johnson. He has 7. Outside Williams. Johnson kicks to Ellington. Feeds to Bosh. And Splitter pulls it down. Scott dishes to Bazemore. Back to Scott. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Scott's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Atlanta. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Right side, Williams. Ellington, the pass to Bosh. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
When Bosch gets that close to the basket, he is relentless on how he attacks. We saw it there.
Bazemore with it. He's got 6. Now Sefolosha. Pass to Splitter. Prince kicks to Sefolosha. Bazemore for 3. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Johnson.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
And stolen by Splitter. Here's Bazemore. The dish now to Prince. Kicks to Splitter. Bazemore for 3. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. To the right side. Ellington dishes to Bosh. A baseline J. It's good. And it's a 12-point Miami lead.
There's no question the defense did a good job contesting that one, but Chris Bosh, such a talented player that he got it to go regardless.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
The first thing you talk about with the Hawks is the versatility and the depth of their front court. Not the biggest inside, but certainly their skill level is a cut above, and they can hurt you in many ways.
Atlanta making some changes. Mike Muscala is checked in for Scott. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Then for the Heat, Hassan Whiteside comes in for Derek Williams. And it's Waiters in for James Johnson. Down low, here's Splitter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Brent, you mentioned the depth for the Hawks. They've been a very savvy team filling out that bench with players who can contribute.
Yeah, a blend of young players and old players. They're doing a good job of finding some international talent as well. A nice balance on their roster, and it seems like they know which direction they're going and for right now what they're doing.
And he knocks down the first one.
Interesting to see Splitter really emerging from the free throw line. Struggled early in his career, but has been better every year since.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And a casualty of the Spurs, freeing up space for LaMarcus Aldridge. They had to trade away Tiago Splitter. He went off to Atlanta.
Yeah, no surprise there, the connection with Budenholzer and the Spurs in tracking down Tiago Splitter to make him a nice addition to this basketball team. One thing you'd like to see is to have Tiago Splitter have a few healthy seasons before it's all said and done.
Here's Muscala, following the 3 by Miami that went in. Pass to Splitter. 8 feet away. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Johnson against Schroeder. Here's Whiteside. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
1 through 12, it's been a total team effort. Guys giving their all on both ends of the floor, and you can see that reflected on that scoreboard.
Now here's Splitter. Misses the baby hook. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. And Waiters kicks to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosch can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Prince dishes to Schroeder. Cephalosha kicks to Splitter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Splitter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Slick move there from Splitter. Deep inside over the tight D. Utilizes his reach well.
Now here's Johnson. Dishes to Bosch. 3 seconds left, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Miami, they have not shot all that well from the free throw line, 6 of 11. The first free throw is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Both free throws good from Bosch. Schroeder. Not going to go that time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat out front, up by 16. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Hawks trail by 16. Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. Muscala is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Howard in at center. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Schroeder. Howard setting the pick for Schroeder. And stolen by Ellington. That one good for 2. Ellington's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Miami.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
Now here's Howard. And the pass to Muscala. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Korver. Rebound by the Heat.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Ellington the pass to Waiters. They set the pick. There's Dragic with the 3, and again Miami with the triple.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Outside Millsap. Screen by Howard. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, the kind of unselfishness from Paul Millsap is why teammates really respect his play.
Dragic kicks to Ellington. There's the feed to Waiters. He dishes it to Winslow. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
Schroeder kicks to Korver. And stolen by Ellington. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back with his impressive vertical.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Mike Muscala. Josh Richardson's checked in for Miami. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Dragic. The shot that time not on target. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
His shooting percentage is really outstanding tonight, and his team has needed it big time.
He kicks it to Waiters. 6 to shoot. Back to Dragic. Again, Dragic missing. The Hawks trail by 16. Korver kicks to Howard. Pass to Schroeder. Takes the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ends up opting out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency, arguably the biggest name at the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up with Atlanta. Might be his last big contract in the league. Might as well take it for the team you loved growing up.
Shooting for Atlanta, Paul Millsap. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And you look at the advanced numbers. Very quietly, Paul Millsap is one of the most effective rim protectors in the league.
Yeah, I think that's pretty impressive, Kevin, and it speaks to not just the physical abilities of a player, but mentally being able to read what it is that offenses are doing and step into the right position. He's only 6'6" in socks, but when you take into account that wingspan, he can be effective down low. Well, as people start to put together underrated lists, Paul Millsap at the power forward or small forward position comes up quite a bit. It's been that way for his entire career. Drafted 47th in 2006, and all he'd done at Louisiana Tech was lead the nation in rebounding an unprecedented 3 consecutive seasons.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. It's deflected. Good ball movement here by Miami. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And good that time. And for Millsap, he's never been the most explosive athlete or Brent the most imposing to look at. Really, he's undersized at 6'8".
Well, I think a lot of coaches out there who covet a skill set of somebody at his size didn't misread him. That's why he's having the success he's had the past couple of seasons.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Howard can't hit. The Heat leading by 20. Dragic dishes to Richardson. Whiteside a screen. Whiteside a screen on Schroeder. Kicks it out to Richardson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Well, you know, injuries, they're just such a part of the game.
His teammates, the coaches, the fans, everyone here collectively holding their breath that injury is not something that's serious.
Splitters checked in for Dwight Howard. Bazemore with it, now guarded by Dragic. Feeds to Splitter. Passes it to Millsap, 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Bosch. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Whiteside a screen on Korver. Richardson kicks to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, sending out the memo to the team, get Whiteside the rock. Everything he's touching right now is going in.
To end the run, and Splitter with the layup.
And that's what you need to do. When you're the bigger man, you have to punish the defender inside.
Dragic kicks to Bosch. Bosch double teamed, poked loose. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Stolen by Bosch. It's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Bosch touched it last.
Not exactly sure what was happening there inside the heads of the players, but very frustrated they couldn't capitalize on the opportunity.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Miami, Willie Reed, he's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Williams in for Winslow. Now here is Jack. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Cephalosha for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, that shot by Cephalosha goes up almost as soon as he catches the ball there. Really quick release.
Outside Dragic. And Johnson now top of the key. Nice open look, but it's no good. The Hawks trail by 20. Outside Hardaway. Splitter kicks to Jack. And here is Cephalosha. Off target from three-point range. Dragic against Jack. And Derek Williams, the basket on the assist by Dragic.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Hardaway kicks to Jack. He feeds it to Cephalosha. There's a screen. There's the dish to Scott. Offline with his 3. The Heat leading by 22 on the wing. Johnson kicks to Reed. The 11-footer. They get it back. Outside Dragic. Richardson up top. They shoot again. That's short off the rim. Hawks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Scott missing again. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Richardson the pass to Williams. Dragic at the elbow. Goes up at the stripe. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Splitter. Scott with the screen on Dragic. Got him up in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
And he's not a guy you can give open looks to. The D has to be better. Got to learn a lesson there.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Attack mode initiated all the way from start to finish. The other side didn't know what hit him.
And the Heat call time here. And for a few years now, the Heat have made a point to play at a very slow pace. Helps minimize possessions for both teams. And Brent, if you look at the roster, it plays right to their strengths.
Yeah, something about the slower pace, I think, seems to help out their current mix of players. And, of course, over the past season and a half, their development with Whiteside down there in the middle, that could slow up what you try to do offensively. But, again, a staple for Eric Spoelstra and what the Heat do is defensively causing you all sorts of trouble in the half court before it is they attack you on the other end.
Here's Winslow after Jarrett Jack's score. Schroeder with the ball. Now Splitter. They set the screen. Nobody near Schroeder. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Amazing screen set by Horford to help get his man the clean look.
Dishes it to Whiteside. And Johnson now top of the key. Back to Whiteside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Whiteside's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Splitter kicks it over to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. Bazemore for 3, and it's Miami with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Time now for an injury report. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Dwight Howard's doing. David?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Hawks head athletic trainer. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. That's the type of injury that won't only keep him out the rest of this game, but what could be a lot more games to come. Not good news at all for this team, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Here's Dragic, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Johnson the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, and coming into the NBA, Dennis Schroeder drew comparisons to Rajon Rondo for his frame and his quickness. He's already shown himself to be a better shooter than Rondo, but his defense still has a long way to go.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brent, you think of the comparison between Rondo and Dennis Schroeder. They both have a certain cockiness to them, don't they?
Yeah, they play with some bravado out there, and that's one of the first things that you notice about Schroeder. Great confidence. He doesn't back down from the challenge that anyone offers up.
And the Hawks making a change here. Prince is checked in, and both free throws good from Whiteside.
Nice stroke from the line by Whiteside. You know, he's only going to get better from there with some practice.
And here's Korver from the arc. Johnson with the defensive effort. Miami leading by 22. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Johnson. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Whiteside's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Bosh.
He played some very persistent defense up and down the court tonight, keeping the pressure on throughout the entire game. And let's be honest, they could not handle it. It rattled them. It resulted in a lot of turnovers.
And here's Bosh after Kyle Korver hitting the 3. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. Shoots it up. The rebound by Prince. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Left side, Korver. Prince outside. The feed to Millsap. Here's Winslow. Outside, Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Goran, was defense the key to getting this victory tonight?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're a fast-running team. They're gonna shoot three-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that. Then in the end, we won that game. So.
Yeah, you guys worked outside in, and you were able to get stops and get the win. Congrats, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh. What jumped out at me was that third quarter. He was all over the place, scoring at will, giving them a momentum they never truly relinquished.
Well, he just couldn't be stopped out there. Easily the best player on the court tonight. It wasn't just talent, he was the aggressor.
Reminds me of myself. His field goal percentage was all the way up in the 60s. Not that I like talking about myself, but it was a very steady night for him. You don't shoot well without working hard, and he never stopped battling to get the best look possible. Smart, efficient basketball he was playing. Thanks for showing me.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.